Hi lovies, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Pe.Ple in this channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's dive in today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys. It's all about the English language that we all know and speak to, the historical fact behind this. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright lovelies.
Top of the week to y'all. The English language is full of curses and spells, hence why we learn how to write in cursive and how to spell in grade school. Each week we awake in the morning to go to our jobs on the weekdays to earn a living. The translation of that, trance, T-R-A-N-C-E, awake is a funeral for the dead. Mourning is what you do when you lose a loved one. You have to be in a weekdays to earn a living, since earn is ashes, since earn are ashes for the dead, and job is Hebrew for persecution. And at the end of this, we get the weekend of the deal, and we're weakened.
Into your life. Divine rising.
Consider the work week, which often leaves us weak from work. And by the time the weekend arrives, we have already been weakened. It's as if the weekdays put us in a weekdays. And why do we take breaks? During our labor-filled days, it's essential to pause to prevent us from breaking down completely. Just as slaves historically would need a break to avoid collapsing from exhaustion. The term break likely originated when slaves broke down or even took a permanent break. Now think about the word W-O-R. How would you pronounce that? Exactly like it sounds, war. And when you add a K to the end, you get work. Interestingly, K represents death in Egyptian hieroglyphics, the number 11. So work essentially means war plus death, or a war to death. This language, which is subtly hypnotic in nature, was crafted by our human farmers to enhance their control over the slave class. By planting seeds of perpetual servitude in our fertile subconsciousness, they maintain a tight grip on us. Think about control. It's a con job designed for the trolls. They send us to schools, perhaps because, like a school of fish, we're expected to think and react like a unified group, thanks to the doctrine of sameness instilled in us. We are trained just like any other animal. Yet a train is merely a line of boxcars, obediently following the one ahead, devoid of questioning or resistance. And what about graduation? It's not just a simple ceremony, it's a process of gradual indoctrination.
My God. Alright, so somebody said it's not the origin, but slave owners did in fact say good morning as wordplay. Alright, so a lot of people acting like I don't know the difference between morning and morning. I know that they're two different words, but y'all are not listening to what I'm saying. You have this morning and you have this morning. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is the phrase good morning came from a dark past. See, I'm not telling y'all that the word morning didn't exist way before. The word morning always existed for centuries. I'm telling y'all that the phrase good morning, the origin of where that phrase came from our oppressors mocking the slaves. See, on the internet, it likes to tell you that John Smiley created the phrase good morning. See, they want to tell y'all that John Smiley created the phrase good morning in 1952 to make his staff feel valued when they came in for work. But it's a lie. The phrase good morning was being used way before 1952. See, there's some older black folks out here that's in their 90s and in their 100s. They'll tell you what their ancestors taught them from what their grandparents taught them. There's some older black folks out here that'll tell you this exact story that's been taught to them and from their family members for generations and generations. they'll tell you that some of their parents told them that back then in slavery times, when the white folks used to hang black people or sell off their children, that the next morning when they will wake up from what happened to a family member after mourning and crying and grieving over what happened to them, that the white folks will mock them and say, "Did y'all have a good morning?" Meaning, did y'all have a good cry about y'all family member or friend that died last night? Like trying to mock them about what happened. Did y'all have a good morning? Did y'all have a good cry? See, because the phrase good morning was being used way before the 1950s. Except it was being used for a different reason. Then John Smiley came out and started using good morning as a way to greet people for the day. See, the problem is these people know exactly what they doing. It's crazy how in the Bible God said he created the lesser light to rule the night and the brighter light to rule the day. So y'all tell people good night, but y'all don't say good day instead of good morning. Like, make it make sense. What's so good about morning? See, the problem is y'all don't want to learn. Y'all talking about, you're hearing that from your grandmother, who was told by her grandparents? But y'all the same ones still telling stories about y'all grandparents. How we know those real? How we know the history these white folks telling us real? Like, let's be honest. Everything he say, she say. Everything on the internet made from the white man. They gonna tell y'all his story. What about our story? What about our people's story? Does it not matter? Nah, cause we just gonna go off what the white people say. Okay. Well, y'all gonna go off of what they say. But me, I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to tell other people. And y'all ain't gonna stop nothing. Because in reality, y'all sleep. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all sleep. Because y'all don't even know that most of the wordplay that y'all use is actually cursing yourselves. See, the problem is that the elites know the truth. And they use it against us. Like how you spell out a word. Spelling. So let's talk about it. Alright, so pay close attention to what I'm about to say. So when you wake up, they say good morning. So when you're awake, they say good morning. Now listen to this. Now what do they call this when you go to like funeral viewings? They call this an awake. And you see what they doing? They're mourning at an awake. They're grieving, they're crying, they're mourning at an awake. The same awake that they use to tell y'all good morning. So when you awake to see another day, they tell y'all good morning. And also, when you have an awake for someone's funeral or their viewing, you're having a mourning. You're having a good morning. You're mourning over the death. So when you're at someone's funeral or viewing, at their awake, you're also having a good morning towards them. You're having a good cry, trying to let it out. Words are spells. It's the same thing with die and die. All they doing is using wordplay on us. Y'all don't even know that y'all casting spells upon yourselves. See, die means to be dead. And then you also got hair dye. And have y'all ever noticed once y'all put hair dye on y'all head, that y'all hair actually start to die out? You start getting breakage and everything. Now you got dead hair. Come on, I'm gonna need y'all to catch up. Cause I don't think y'all hearing me. So y'all putting hair dye on y'all head and y'all hair really dying. See, because what y'all not realizing is words are free. But it's the way that you use them that might cost you. See, our brain studies sounds and frequency. And it's a big thing. And y'all don't pay attention to it. The science of semantics, which is the study of sound wave and vibration, means people will subconsciously feel negativity when using certain terms of words that have a different meaning but sound the exact same. See, because the brain cares more about the sound of the word rather than the spelling of the word. Sound and music actually changes our brain waves. This all traces back to how we feel when we hear certain genre of music or certain words or certain noises. So y'all don't even know when y'all trying to tell people to have a good morning, y'all really wishing them to have a sad day. The mind will subconsciously think of mourning, grief, sorrow. See, the problem is y'all need to wake up and renew y'all's minds. Y'all don't even realize that saying good morning is cursing yourself. See, the problem is y'all don't know that. But the people that came up with these words, best to believe they know that. And they want y'all to stay asleep. See, they want y'all to laugh at me. And I'm cool with it. Cause y'all ain't gonna stop nothing. They want y'all to see me as a joke. See, because the guy who even made education, he even said he don't want people to be thinkers for themselves. He wants y'all to be workers. So that should tell y'all about the school system already. They don't want y'all to be thinkers. They don't want y'all finding out the truth. They want y'all to be workers. Do what they say. Learn what they want y'all to know. Believe what they want y'all to believe. They don't want y'all finding nothing out. They want to keep people lost. They want y'all to think how they want y'all to think. Y'all mad at the stuff that our great-great-grandparents be teaching us and trying to automatically tell me that they lies. But y'all got stories about y'all great-great-great-great-grandparents doing all this extra stuff that y'all's parents probably told y'all. And I bet y'all believe all of it. But when it's coming from a black person trying to teach what they great-grandparents taught them, then it's a problem. But when it's y'all white folks being taught what y'all great-great-grandparents did back in the day, fought in all these wars and then it's okay for y'all to believe that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But as soon as I say something, y'all mad. See, and the problem is, y'all gonna have to stay mad. Cause I'ma stay telling it all. Words are spells. And especially in the English language. And good morning is one of them. Just like I told y'all they didn't tell y'all where the origin of master bedroom came from. That ain't in history books. Just like the phrase master bedroom when you get a home, that came from the slave masters. They got that phrase literally from slavery, the master's bedroom. Cause they always had the biggest room with the best appliances. And that's why it's been called master's bedroom for all this time. That phrase even came from slavery. And they still saying that shit till this day. So like I said, the words morning and die, all those words that sound the same but got different meanings, that's a subconscious trap. That's wordplay to play with your head. Just like when someone say, damn you. You know, the actual dam means to block off something. Like they use a dam to block off water. They trying to block off your energy when they tell you, damn you. Certain wordplay is spells on the brain. Y'all better realize that the tongue is powerful. Just like when y'all be laughing and y'all be like, I'm dead. Why you saying that you dead? You speaking stuff upon you and don't even know it. See, in the Bible, God tells you that the Word was with God and the Word was God. God says he give us the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. The mind means more than y'all ever would know. And I'm hoping one day y'all gonna realize that.
Well, let me share with you what I call our premier life sentence. And it goes something like this. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn the living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. And this seems perfectly acceptable to most people. However, more people die between 6 and 9 on a Monday morning than any other time of the week. So I do what I call a translation of the English language, and I spell that trance with the idea that words cast spells. So when you translate that life sentence, you remember that awake is a funeral party for the dead. Mourning is the state you're in when you attend a wake. And you would have to be in a weekdays to earn the living, since urns are for the ashes of the dead. We call our jobs undertakings. Job itself is a Hebrew word for persecuted. And what we get at the end of this perverse bargain with life is the weak end of the deal as we become progressively weakened ourselves.
Are indoctrinated through the Board of Education into teaching little ones witchcraft. Now, again, they're innocent. They don't know any better. But we must break this down because it's the days of revelation. It's time to do that. So what is the symbol of the Board of Education? Well, it's a tree. What tree is that? It's the tree of knowledge. Okay? So we're talking about a public school system that was admittedly created by the Masons, a secret society that unapologetically admits to looking at Lucifer as God and the God of the Bible as being an unjust and angry and unfair, unjust prude of a God. Okay, and that's what they teach you, and that's why you get Luciferianism running rampant throughout Hollywood and the music business. Okay, so when you're young and you do well at spelling, you may be asked to compete in the spelling bee. Now, it's interesting, the spelling bee. Why is it called a spelling bee? Why not a spelling ant? Well, a bee. The B, the letter B, is a big deal in Masonic symbolism because it represents the 13. And 13 is nothing but, we don't have fear of any numbers or letters, but we're going to break down what those who put magical connotations to these things, we're going to break down what they believe and what they intend. And of course, once you know someone's intent and what they're really up to, it's hard for them to accomplish it, right? Especially if they need your ignorance in order to do so. So we're going to look at why the bee. Well, bees are a lesser known Masonic sign, a lesser known Masonic imagery. Why? Is it because they're builders? Is it because they operate with a hive mind? Is it because they're deadly? All of these things are things we can relate to the Masons. Is it? And again, the Masons are but the most popular of secret societies, and so the squeaky wheel get the oil. Okay, we know that it's the Order of Sin or the Order of the Serpent, the Brotherhood of the Snake, that is the oldest secret society and is truly the culprit behind everything still today. These ancient secret societies have cloaked themselves and renamed themselves and remade themselves and transformed into the many secret societies that we see today, the most powerful of which we know being the Freemasons. So sorry, you guys, but you get the bad rap because of your association. Okay, the Royal Order. Bees operate under a royal order, as do the secret societies. They operate under a queen. And in the case of Queen Elizabeth, Beth being Hebrew for house, the house of lizards, Elizabeth is what that means, the house of lizards. Queen Elizabeth, we know, has unique bee stitching inside of her ceremonial gowns. And that bee stitching, we're going to break that down a little taste. You look at the Boy Scouts, who are nothing but junior Masons. Their big symbolism is the bee. The Secret Life of Bees. Well, the main character in that was Lily, which is short for Lilith, and it starred Latifah, who those of us my age and in that range can remember as Queen Latifah. Again, going back to the symbolism of the bee. Right now, we're just showing you a couple of things about the depth behind this spelling thing and why we use the term spelling bee and why we use the term spelling. Okay, so you have Latifah, who was the Queen Latifah, who plays in this movie, Secret Life of Bees, which happens to be the last movie the movie that Jennifer Hudson was promoting when her family was sacrificed and slaughtered. It was this movie, Secret Life of Bees. And most researchers and truthers will say that it was because of her initiation into the secret society that she lost her three family members in such a tragic and sudden way. Bees symbolize the witches and warlocks within the secret society. Why? Because they operate under a hive and they have a unified mindset. So we broke down the B part of spelling bee. Well, now let's look at spelling itself. Now, the science of putting together symbols to create words which express meanings, that science is not called wording, although it's the science of creating words. We use letters to make the words, but we don't call this science lettering. Letters are nothing but symbols, ancient symbols, but we don't call this science the science symboling either. We call the science of arranging letters together to create words and convey meaning. We call this science spelling.
Are you aware of the hidden spells of the English language? Why do our words even matter? You see, words are powerful spells that can literally change your reality. In this video, I'm going to shine a light on what you're really speaking into existence through etymology. What is etymology? Etymology is the study of the origin of words and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history, or his story. The English language has many hidden and secret spells in which you can use to empower or disempower yourself with. One of the first things they teach us at school is how to read and write. In order for us to be able to read and write, we have to learn skills such as spelling and grammar. Grammar is based off the old French word grimoire, which means magic book of spells. The alphabet is just symbols put in different sequences that create spells. When creating sentences, you are sentencing someone to your spell. A sentence is to give someone a term. With every word you speak, you are literally casting a spell, a curse of cursive serving like a prison term. It takes real eyes to realize the real lies of how our words can be as deadly as swords. So if you want to know what a word truly means, look below its surface, dissect it, and look at it from many different angles. Words can be viewed forwards, backwards, phonetically, etymologically, with numerology, and split to arrange different anagrams. All languages are a single confused babble mixing different grammatical and phonetic fractals. In other words, words are vibrations. Words have power. Words can change your reality. Words can make or break you. That's why they say that even though your tongue has no bones, it is strong enough to break a heart. So be careful with the words you speak to yourself and others. Understanding etymology and word spells can help you to spell without cursing yourself and others. Notice how I said understand and not understand. To understand means to stand under one's authority. No one stands above or below you, me, or anyone. To understand is to stand from within. You see, the basic tool for manipulation of reality is the manipulation of words. If you can control the meaning of the words, you can control the people who must use the words. To give you an example, when you are purchasing a property, you have to sign a contract with your lawyer. Even though the terms and conditions are written in English, it can seem like gibberish to most. This is because it is written in legalese format to confuse those that are signing the contract. It's all just a manipulation on linguistics, and that is the con. A con is to deceive someone by lying or tricking them into believing something. The word mortgage is derived from the old French word which means death pledge. That's why it takes you approximately 30 years to pay it off. About the same amount of time for someone that has been sentenced to life imprisonment. And I wonder why so many people call this world we live in the Matrix, or Mars tricks, the mother's tricks. In order for the trick to be played, one must tune into their television. Tells lies to your vision. That's why it's called a television program, because your subconscious mind is being programmed. The question is, what sort of information is your mind being programmed with? So for most people that want to stay informed with the latest news, they tune into their favourite news channel and watch the latest broadcast of those casting abroad, to cast their spells. To channel is to tune into a certain frequency and channel their favourite programs. To make channeling easier, they created the remote control, so they could control you remotely. In Hollywood, they call it movie magic. After watching your favourite programs or movies, you have the option to see the movie cast. If we look at the term Hollywood, it actually derives from the holly tree. The holly tree was used by druids who were known for being priests, witches, and also wizards who used its branches to craft their magic wands for casting spells in ancient times. These rituals still go on today. Hollywood movies are forms of sorcery using psychology, subliminal messages, and manifestation through what is called lesser magic and bewitchment. Some even use the term law of attraction. That's why actors and actresses use scripts in movies as they speak things into existence. Even the news reporters are reading scripts as they broadcast their latest information from around the world or from your local government. They are all just actors and actresses playing their role in programming you, whether they are conscious of this knowledge or not.
Like, seriously, lovelies, it's all beginning to make sense. Like, all of these things and the revolutions and all of that are beginning to make sense. There is a video I actually reacted to talking about how, the good morning phrase was actually a mockery that was used by the slave masters. In a situation whereby if they must have dealt with your family member or something, if they must have, do what they know how to do best to your family member, and you've been, crying, working up yourself and, crying and grieving and all of that, that these people often come and the next day in the morning to actually use the phrase good morning, to use that phrase good morning as a phrase or as a means of a mockery. That how have you, like, how is the mockery and how are you feeling, like how is the graving and all of that. I saw that video, and this lady in question, which I actually stitched her video because of that's the second part of the video. She talked about how her great grandmother actually told them this story about how they used the word good morning as a means of mockery after they must have humiliated you or your family member, and maybe after you must have, like, it's a kind of good grieving or something, like I hope you're morning well. Like, it's just something that anytime I want to think about it, I'll like, is it that these people do not actually, have a heart, or maybe they do have a heart, but that heart was just a heart of a stone. And now, not only does that, phrase really, anytime someone, uses that phrase on me, like, it's a kind of, like, I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way when someone uses it, or I don't even use that. So that is why if you watch, recently a lot of people are beginning to use good rising, like good rising up. Yeah, good rising. You're wishing like you rise up well. Even at that, the way at which, this English of a thing and the way the spells, the witchcraft, and oh my god, everything is just I don't know, like everything about English is just a propaganda. It's just, who even created, like, you guys just leave in the comment section, because this thing is just, the more someone want to like get to understand it, as your process of thinking that you are trying to understand so many things, you get confused again at the middle of it. So this whole thing with the good morning of a thing, when you look at it, it's something that is like, with the explanation on how it is, it's made a lot of sense. Like, it's a way of a mockery and all of that. And when that lady actually, stitched about it and was talking about how her grandmother or great grandmother was telling them the story behind the good money, a pan-colored person actually stitched that and was, laughing and like, why would you say such a thing? Like, this is just a fallacy. It's not something that it's been there. Good morning is just a word English. Nobody is saying that good morning is not a word English, but the word good morning is something that even when you're saying it, even when I know the spellings are different, but even when you as an individual, when you're using such a phrase, it has some kind of significant meaning. Like, I don't even like someone to use that word on me. Like, just say hello. Don't even say good morning or good tidings, good rising, or don't just, the morning of a thing is something that I don't really find it befitting or comfortable with. And now, when I go on TikTok, actually, put up something here for us to actually educate ourselves, I am seeing a lot of the English words and the way it's been, twisted, the way it has a connection with spells, with witchcraft, with like even the scientific part of it. People are just like, there are a lot of findings this time around that I do not even know how to place it anymore. Upon the revelations of our, ancestors, the revelations of Messiah being a dark person, upon these revolutions, there are lots of revolutions, there are a lot of truth that is being revealed. The fact that the Bible are not even complete, the chapters of the Bible, there are so many truths that was twisted in the Bible. And the fact that every of those histories or every of the stories you've heard in the Bible, be it from the Israel to the Hebrews, it's all telling about people of old. Even if they try as much as they can to twist and to change all the paintings, the truth is just revealing itself. And to come to think of it, if the English, most of the English words are a means of propaganda, a means of mockery, a means of spells, witchcrafts, and all of that, it has so many, spiritual, thing that is in connection with all of this. Then one will start to think, what, this word is just, I don't know. There are a lot of hidden things. There are a lot of things that we are like, there are a lot of things that we are even yet to find out. I think that some of the things that we know that we have really found out, some of the, especially the biggest secret, which is not even secret, but the way it's not public, it's not in public yet, is the fact that our savior is actually someone of a darker skin complexion. I believe that is not even all that is hidden there. There are a lot big more thing that is yet to be uncovered. There are a lot that is yet to be known for the world English and the teachings, the way they taught us this English and all of that, to actually have a spiritual or significant or witchcraft or whatever thing that is that is incorporated with it, is something that we really need to start thinking about. So many other things that we are not even aware of, because there are a lot of things that is out there that is yet to be uncovered, that we all need to watch out for. Because when I saw this video, it's actually reflect me back with the phrase of good morning, because that good morning of the thing, when I read about the good morning of a thing. I saw the girl that was teaching us and trying to tell us how the grandmother. I decided to like make my own findings, and there are so many things I just found out, and which sometimes I even ask my elderly ones, like grandmother, grandfathers, and all of that. They begins like, yeah, some of them have their stories and all of that. So for that to actually have some kind of a significant meaning, and now this other world that have been all put here together, it's now beginning to make a little bit of sense to me that we are just living in the world of a lie. There are so many things that we are not aware of. There are so many truths that we are not aware of, and I believe that with the way at which things are being exposed out there, the truth is being coming out and all of that, I believe that with time everything will just come to the surface and everybody will know where he or she belongs. Seriously, I posted a video yesterday about the true people that was present, like the people that was created before, the first people that was created before every other person joined, which happens to be, it was proven that happens to be black people and all of that before every other person joined. It's another kind of revolutions that we all need to like. It's not something that everybody is comfortable talking about, but the truth should be the truth. No matter how it is, one needs to know where he or she comes from. Your heritage matters a lot. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and I will not also mind to for you to actually put 1 or 2 cents in the comment section, because I also want to learn more of this. If you know about this English words, the spell included the good mornings, the good risings, and all of that, I could just leave it in the comment section. I'm someone that actually love to learn. I'm someone that love historical things. So at the process of bringing out all of this, all these teachings and all of that, I also want to learn in the process. I cannot know everything, likewise every other person. So I believe with our knowledge that we share, we'll be able to like get to a befitting answers to everyone's questions. So please leave me also in the comment section if you know anything concerning this, or you've had any historical stories concerning this, or what maybe you read somewhere or something, or you've made your own research. You can leave it in the comment section so that we all can educate ourselves. And I also want to use this video to say a very big shout out to my newest subscribers, to those people that share my videos. Oh my god, thank you so much for all the love and support, and to those people that actually support this channel with a super chat and all of that, super thanks. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And also, you want to support this channel, you can actually join our membership. It's open. It's just a way of supporting the channel as well too. And to those my returning subscribers, oh my god, that come to watch my videos, thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. If you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Don't forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational, informative purposes, guys. Please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.